beautiful babies, and welcome back to my channel. So, if you haven't seen my profile picture already, and if you don't have my social media and you don't know, I had my beautiful baby boy. I'm going to be telling my labor and delivery story. He was born so fast that I couldn't even take videos, but I do have pictures for y'all that I will be inserting in here for y'all. I'm gonna show him at the end of the video and tell his name and all that. But before I get started, if you like seeing more of me, click the subscribe button and the post notification button so you can get every video I post. And to stay connected with me, my social media will be down below. With that being said, let's get started with the video. So y'all, I had my beautiful baby boy at 12:43 on May 14th. So that morning, which was May 13th, I didn't have contractions. I wasn't in pain. I wasn't having signs that I was gonna go in labor. That morning, I had to get ready for a senior meeting or whatever. I went to that and everything, and I was not having contractions or nothing. Yeah, he was kicking, but I wasn't having no type of contractions. Now I was having Braxton Hicks, but you know those are normal when you in your third trimester. So moving on, my mama that day, she went to this party with my auntie and some other people with family, and I went to sleep. That was around 4:30. I went to sleep, and she left during that time too. So I was like, bye, and I went to sleep. So around 7:30 is when I woke up. Still wasn't feeling. I was not feeling nothing, y'all. Like it just came so quickly. Like I wasn't feeling contractions. I wasn't feeling like I was going to labor. So I got up, got on the phone with my best friend. I got me something to eat. But this particular day, I was craving something spicy. I was craving hot fries. I don't know why, because I don't like spicy food. I don't like hot chips, none of that. So that specific day is crazy, which I think the hot fries really, I feel like the hot fries really put me into labor, because like I was eating, but as soon as I ate that, I started having contractions. So that specific day, I was craving hot fries, and I ate hot fries. Now during eating them, while eating the hot fries, I started getting cramps. I'm thinking, now that I think of it, I know for sure those were contractions. But in my head, I'm thinking those just Braxton Hicks, because the contractions and Braxton Hicks was the same to me. My pain tolerance is high, so I was thinking they both the same. You know, I'm probably having Braxton Hicks. I never ever thought that I was going to give birth to him 2 weeks early. I think it was like maybe 8 at this time. They were getting stronger, and I was just like, it ain't no way that I'm having contractions. Like it ain't no way. And then my mom told me how I knew. My mom told me I would know for sure if I'm in labor, if I can't lay down, if I can't talk, I can't do this. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna try to take a nap. But I couldn't get comfortable enough to sit down, lay down, and take a nap. So I just did some of my, like, I got up, put some clothes on, took a shower, just to like keep myself busy from the pain of what I was going through. So around maybe like 9, they were getting stronger, but I still did not know for sure they was contractions. At this point, I was sitting here rocking on the side of my like crib. I was like rocking back and forth, breathing, trying to breathe through them. And at this point, they were like, I couldn't, I'm not saying that I couldn't sit, because I still was able to sit and lay down, but they were hard. Like, I really couldn't talk going through that. So it's 10:30 at this time, and at this point I think I was in labor. Like, well, I was already in labor, but they were coming faster and they were coming closer together. So I was calling my mom. She didn't answer the phone. I called my mom, my child's father, my best friend, everybody that I knew, and nobody answered the phone. Nobody. Nobody answered the phone. Like, I called everybody at least 5 times, and nobody answered the phone until later, until I was finna give birth to him. So the only person that did answer the phone was my girl Rakaya. Shout out to her and her auntie, because they talked me through them contractions. Without them answering the phone, I really think I was probably going to be like screaming or not in a good state of mind. But shout out to them for holding me down through them contractions. But I don't know the exact time, but I think at around like 10:30 to 11, I was on the phone with her, telling her I might be going to labor. I don't know for sure, but you know, I'm just telling her what I'm feeling. Rakaya and her auntie was helping me time the contractions. Her auntie was like, you need to go, because my contractions were like, I think like 2 minutes apart. Like, every time one go away, another one would come. So at this point, I'm like telling Rakaya, like, I'm breathing through them. She talking me through them. And I think around maybe 11:30, that's when I tried to make my intro, which I'm going to insert here. Hey beautiful babies, welcome back to my channel. Y'all probably like, why am I crying? But your girl been having contractions for the last what time is it? 7, 8. For the last 4 hours, and y'all, them contractions ain't no joke. I don't know if it's the false ones, but they coming strong. Them just, I was trying to make my intro, but I could not do it because the contractions were so painful that I could not even start my intro. So my mama finally, y'all, I think it was around 11:40, she finally freaking answered the phone. She finally answered the phone, and she was like, what a night, what's going on? I'm like, mama, I'm having contractions. Like, you need to get here. You need to get here quick. Like, I'm having contractions. And she's just like, y'all, when I tell you, didn't nobody believe me? Everybody thought I was just over exaggerating. Didn't nobody believe me? She was like, this is your first child. You just going through labor. This the labor process. You not, it's okay. Just breathe through them. And I'm just like, no, mama. Like, you need to get here now. Like, you know your body. You know when something's wrong. So I'm like, mama, no. This is just like, I'm finna have him right here, right now. So at this point, I think it was about 12. I'm screaming at this point. Because I can't. They're just so painful that I couldn't even. And not only that, it wasn't even the contractions that were getting me. It was pressure. So around that time, my mama was telling me to freaking calm down. I'm not having him. I'm not doing this, you know. I felt like I needed to poop. So I ran to the bathroom. I took my shorts, panties. I took it off, and I felt a strong urge to push. So when I went to the bathroom, I sat on the toilet, and I was pushing. So I looked down, and I seen a white. It was white. So I thought it was his head, but I was like, this not his head. It was white. Now, y'all, my water didn't break yet, so that was my sack that I was pushing out. Like, it was my sack that I was pushing out. So I was telling my mama, something is hanging out of me. Like, I didn't know if it was his head. I didn't know. I was like, mama, something hanging out of me. And I ended up taking a picture. I would put the picture right here, but I don't think y'all want to see my coochie. That's kind of weird. But you can see in the picture, you can see that it was a white ball hanging out of me. So I'm on the floor, like I'm in a kneeling position, screaming because like I felt like I was pushing him out, but no. So finally, my sack broke. It popped. So the water that was supposed to come out came out. And a few seconds later, my mama came in the door. I'm on the floor at this point. I have towels around me, in the corner on the floor, just breathing because I was so tired from pushing the sack. This freaking net keeps getting in front of this camera. Anyways, I was so tired of pushing because I felt like I felt like I freaking was having 3 babies, the placenta, him, and that sack. I don't know why, but I was sitting on the floor, and at this point, my mama come walking the door. She was like, "Come on, Nia." She was trying to pick me up. So I'm like, "Mama, I can't. Like, I think his head right there." So she looked down, and she started screaming. She was like, "Oh my God, Anaya, he right here." I was crowning at this point. Like, you can see his hair. Like, I was crowning at this point. She was like, "Oh my God." So at this point, I'm more calm than my mama, and I'm just looking at her like, "Mama, calm down. I'm the one having the baby. Like, I'm the one having the child." So she was like, my brother was in there. She was like, "Isaiah," that's my brother's name, "call 911. Oh my God, she finna have a baby. Oh my God." And I'm just like, "Mama, calm down." So I told her to run the water, the bath water, because I'm finna have him here. Like, if I didn't have him at home, I was going to have him in the car on the way to the hospital. So I was like, "Mama, run the water. We gonna have to deliver him right here. Like, we gonna have to deliver him right here." So she run the water, and at this point I'm on my hands and knees, like in a dog position, like on my hands and knees or whatever. And she looked, and at this point his head, you can see nose, eyes, hair. His whole head was out of me at this point. So I'm like, oh my gosh. Y'all, tell me why my mama tried to push him back in me. And I'm just sitting here like, "Mama, do not push this boy back in me." Because she was like, "This freaking neck, bro." She was trying to push this boy back in me, and I'm like, "Mama, I'm finna have him right here. Like, you cannot push him back in me." She was like, "Naya, no, close your legs. You're not finna have him here." I'm like, "Mama, I have to." Like, my body was telling me to push. Like, at this point, I wasn't even controlling my body. Like, my body was doing what it was doing on its own. Like, so I turned around. The paramedics came they took so long to get here. Like, I just don't understand. And not only that, they didn't even call, like, when my mom was on the phone with them, they sent the police first. I don't even know why, because they couldn't even do nothing. But at this point, I'm sitting face forward in the tub, and I'm having another contraction. So I pushed one time, and he was out. Me and my mom delivered him, like, and I'm going to insert pictures and stuff. So when he came, when I pushed him and my mom and me had him, the paramedics came walking in the door. So they told my mom to cut the cord, and after that I still had my placenta inside me. Like, it was dangling out of me. Like, I still had my placenta dangling out of me. So on the way to the hospital, I still was having labor pain, contractions because I had my placenta was still in me, and I couldn't even hold my son because I was in so much pain. I was trying to focus on trying to keep myself cool that I couldn't even hold him. I had to get him to one of the paramedics that was in the ambulance with me, trying to get, because I couldn't even concentrate on him. Like, so when I finally got to the hospital, they go ahead and hooked him up. He was 6 pounds even and 20 inches long. And since he was not born in the hospital, he was a little cold, so he had to sit under a warmer for a long time. But other than that, he was overall healthy. My baby's been active. Like, if y'all know watching my videos, I've always said my baby's been active. He was active when he came out. Like, he didn't even cry, y'all. Like, my baby don't, he didn't even cry. I didn't, for me, I had to push the placenta out. They pushed on my stomach, and I had to push the placenta out. And they gave me Pitocin, because they were saying, like, I had to contract the blood or something out. And they gave me this other medicine that I don't know what medicine it was, but I'm going to insert a video of me, because I was so out of it that I was just like, what in the world?
Yeah, I just gave birth, no medicine, no food, nothing. Off these drugs.
So out of it after they put that drug on me that I didn't even know I was in the world. But yeah, it's just a crazy birth story, because my birth, I was not planning on having a home birth. And not only that, I did it with no medicine, no medication whatsoever. So he's beautiful and he's healthy, and I love him so much. And yeah, I'm sorry. I was supposed to be had this video, but you know, a newborn is hard work. Like, you never get time to yourself no more. But his name is Arlen Noel Henderson Carr. He has two last names, and his hyphen is his dad's name and my name. So yeah, that's my story, my crazy birth story. And I'm going to be posting more videos and trying to actually, of like, the next video will probably most likely be my 6-week postpartum. Even though, like, my body has already, like, it looks like my pre-pregnancy body. Like, I don't even look like I had a child at all. But he's 2 weeks, and I'm 2 weeks postpartum. And I don't want to wake him up. So I'm going to show y'all him. He just took a bath. I just took him a bath, and he's sleeping so good. So I'm gonna show y'all him. Y'all, his hair don't even slick down like it used to. But yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I scared you. So I'm gonna end it off right here. If you like seeing more of me, click the subscribe button for more videos. And yeah, so y'all have a blessed, loving day. And I'll be back with more videos. Bye.